Hello everybody, welcome back. Bam Deadstroke here for another episode of the Card Spotlight. This time we will be talking about Nicol Bolas, God-Pharaoh himself. So this video might be a little bit longer than the other two that I'd previously done, just because of the implications of the story and Amonkhet and the plane and the Gatewatch and me wishing that Bolas would destroy them, which it sounds like he does. Got a little bit of music playing in the background from No Copyright Sounds 24/7 gaming music, their live stream that they always have going. So just figured I'd test it out a little bit during this video, and if you guys like it, be sure to let me know in the comments. But that's enough about the music and enough about the intro and stuff. So let's jump right in, talk about Nicol Bolas here. 4 of anything, blue, black, red, so Grixis, much like his former Planeswalker, which was from Conflux and M13, I believe. He starts at 7 loyalty, so 7 mana, 7 loyalty. He has 4 abilities. The first one is +2, target opponent exiles the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a non-land card. Until the end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Seems pretty good. Of course, you could spend 7 mana +2 and hit something like a Servant of the Conduit or something. Or you could hit, like, Ishkana or Ulamog if they're, playing like blue-green ramp or something. But there's always, that kind of hit and miss with that ability. So I like it being a +2. Go to 9 loyalty. Really hard to deal with for 7 mana, and then you get a blocker or an enchantment or something to try to help you out. The +1 ability. So he has 2 plus abilities. The second one is +1. Each opponent exiles 2 cards from his or her hand. I kind of like this one too. Late in the game, your opponent might be getting low on cards, so you can do this. If they have 1 or 2 cards in their hand, or 2, 3 cards in their hand, and they have to exile 2 of them. So you just it's more of that card disadvantage, which kind of gives you the advantage. Then the -4 is Nicol Bolas, God-Pharaoh, deals 7 damage to target opponent or creature an opponent controls. So I like this one being -4 as opposed to like a -3, because you can only use it once without plussing him. So you're not dealing 14 damage within those 2 turns. You have to use at least one of the +1 or +2 abilities in order to do it again. With that being said, that doesn't take away anything from the fact that this is a great ability. Deals with stuff like Ishkana, Torrential Gearhulk, stuff like that. And then if your opponent's getting low on life, it just kind of ends the game. And then the ultimate is a -12, so you have to use the +2 ability 3 times, or the +1 ability 5 times in order to get to it. And that is exile each non-land permanent your opponents control. So you leave them with just lands, which is really nice. Obviously it's similar to, I think Karn is kind of similar to that. I don't know a lot of Modern or anything like that. I don't play Modern at all. Let me just look up Karn here really quick. Karn. Yeah, it's restart game, leaving in exile non-aura permanent cards exiled with him. So it's not exactly the same. It still has to deal with exiling and stuff. Speaking of Modern, Nicol Bolas in Modern, the obvious, not really obvious, but the I guess the easiest choice would be Tron deck. But Tron is typically like mono green or green red or blue, and I don't see how Obviously dual lands help a lot and fetch lands and stuff, but trying to get three colors of land when you're also trying to assemble the 3 Tron pieces just seems really difficult to me. And I don't see like Grixis Death Shadow running this at all, or you know, maybe Grixis Delver. I mean, I don't know the modern format a whole lot. I just, you know, Grixis Delver seems like a bit more of an aggro control. Like you get out the Delver, you get out the Young Pyromancer, you cast a bunch of spells, you win the game. Whereas this one is stall the game out, get Nicol Bolas down, win the game. So I don't know if there's a control build that could use it. Maybe like a, I don't know, blue-red control. Like, you know, you don't splash black in like Storm, and you don't play Planeswalkers in Storm. So I don't really see Nicol Bolas seeing a whole lot of love outside of Standard. Cube could be, you know, maybe. I don't play a lot of Cube either, so I really don't know about that. I really don't see it outside of Standard though, but you know, I don't play Modern, so I just don't see it outside of Standard. So talking about Standard and where Nicol Bolas could fit in, Grixis Control maybe, sort of a similar style to what Shota Yasuoka won the Pro Tour with. Maybe like a 2 of in that deck. I would say like a Grixis or 4-color Aetherworks Marvel deck, but Wizards banned Aetherworks Marvel, so you know. I don't know. I might run 1 or 2 in my blue-black control deck. Just maybe splash a bit of red with like Aether Hub or something. Plenty of energy in that deck in order to use Aether Hub to cast, you know, spells that might need different colors. Maybe in a, you know, maybe there's a new deck that comes out. You know, it could be a thing. The one thing I'll be really interested to see is if, not Cruel Ultimatum, but the other one that's in Standard right now. See if that actually sees any play now. I don't think it will. I don't quite think it's good enough. Dark Intimations, which is the 2 and then Grixis colors. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, then discards a card. You return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand and draw a card. And when you cast a Bolas Planeswalker spell, exile Dark Intimations from your graveyard. That Planeswalker enters the battlefield with an additional loyalty counter. So the most that you could possibly have Nicol Bolas enter with is 11. And I think they probably did that on purpose. That way you couldn't just ultimate immediately when you play him. So I kind of like that, what Wizards did with that, if that was in fact intentional. If not, I think it's a good coincidence. You know, I might try to do something with it, you know, just for fun, kind of like a Grixis build for, you know, for the hell of it. Sorry about that. Keep forgetting to move the mouse. I don't see it seeing any play outside of Standard, and I really don't see it seeing a whole lot of play in Standard. You know, 2 ofs in a Grixis control deck or a blue-black splash red control deck or something like that. Again, Dark Intimations, it does help. You can, if you have 1 in your graveyard and you exile it, you can use the -4 twice, so you can deal 14 damage to something, assuming he stays at the same loyalty and he doesn't take any damage. Or if you have to, like, you discard it or something, you can return it to your hand with Dark Intimations. So maybe you'll see some people brew around that. Not that I think it'll be great, but just that, you know, you could see it because it's there. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for Nicol Bolas. If you guys have any thoughts on this card, or if you want to see me try to brew with Dark Intimations and Nicol Bolas, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, go subscribe. We are at, I believe, 47 subscribers. We're so close to that 50 mark. And at 100 subs, I'm doing a giveaway, maybe something from Hour of Devastation. Maybe a foil of some kind, you know, we'll see. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Oh, also, if you want me to cover any specific card, you know, talk about any of the specific spoilers or anything, be sure to let me know that in the comments. And oh, one last thing before I go, I will leave a link down in the description, or I'll be tweeting it. A good buddy of mine, TOTALmtg, Matt, he just got a subscription button for Twitch, so I will leave a link for that down below. Be sure to go check him out on YouTube as well. That link will also be in the description. Great streamer, tons of energy, always have fun, great brews, great decks, just have a lot of fun with that. Just awesome guy. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.